Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name's Holly and I am a busy mom to two small kiddos. I got a 3-year-old Sawyer and a 1-year-old Vivian, and we are getting ready to go in a very long plane ride. It's actually 3 legs and the longest leg is about 9 hours. So I started brainstorming the concept of busy bags and came up with my own version for my kiddos. I've already posted Sawyer, who's the 3-year-old, his video on all the ideas I had for his busy bag to keep him entertained in the airplane. And now I'm following up with the 1-year-old. I will admit off the bat she was a bit trickier just because of her age and her attention span. But let me show you what I've got. First of all, it's that same kind of clear bag that I got from TJ Maxx. It's perfect to go into a standard size backpack. It is heavy, but it's all contained into one pack for her, and which should be enough activities to keep her entertained for a little while. We'll see if it's 9 hours worth, but let me go ahead and get it open and show you all the things I found. All right, first up are the always popular, see them everywhere, Melissa and Doug Water Wow little booklets. These have a little pen and you just fill it with water, and then you use it to color the pictures, to trace the letters. The pen, if you haven't seen it before, I can't imagine that you haven't seen them. They're everywhere. They're perfect for road trips and doctor's offices and stuff. So the little reservoir just opens and you pour water in there, and then now they can magically paint with water, and then the book dries and you can reuse it. So here's the A, and the A has a little picture of a little apple beside it. So this should hopefully entertain her for a little bit. She does like to paint. She's not very good at coloring quite yet. So Melissa and Doug Water Wow pens, there's several different themes. This is just the ABC theme. So then in addition to that, I also, a Melissa and Doug product, I got her the puffy stickers. I got one for Sawyer as well, and so you'll notice that in my last video he had the pirates. She has princesses. She loves the puffy stickers. They're perfect for her chubby little fingers. She can actually, you know, get a grip and peel them off. So this, that it's all princess themed and pink and purple, she will love it. It's 2 different scenes. It says 67 different stickers. So some of the small ones I'm confident she'll lose, but I think I showed you in the last video, we've had one of these that's lasted for over 2 years and has gotten a ton of use. So they can stand up to some abuse. So she's going to have a brand new one of her own, and I do think that will entertain her for a little bit, and we can pull it out again as needed. I got her a special board book, just like her brother. He got a special board book that he's never seen before. Both of my kids really like to read. We spend a lot of time reading stories to them, and so they have a natural love for books. So any type of new book she's really gonna like. So this one particularly is Farms, and it has flaps. Yeah, she's all about flaps. So, you know, it's got what the sound does the cow make, and then you do the flap and you can see the cow. So she will love this farm book. These are their little houses, and then you open it up and see who lives in the barn and who lives in the pigsty. So I do think, again, maybe I'm just overconfident or optimistic, but it's got 30 different flaps. I think that she will really enjoy this little farm book. It was $7, so it was probably the most expensive thing I put in this busy bag for her, but I do think she'll like it, and it's something even after we're home we can read and use again and again. I picked up this tiny little coloring book. It's Timon and Pumbaa, and it's got activities, and it has some coloring pictures and things like that. She's really a little small for coloring, but she does try, and in that vein I got her these little chubby My First crayons. So no matter how she holds it, she can find a point. They do not break. They're non-toxic, and they're really easy for her to grip. They even have like a little kind of texture so she can grip them. So these will be her crayons. I put them in a little like pencil case for her, so that goes with her little activity coloring book. The other thing she likes, so I tossed in them with these tiny little mini books. This one's It's Baby Einstein. This one's Shapes on the Farm and Colors. You can see they're all chewed up and very well loved, but maybe it's just because they're small. She loves them and she will read them again and again. So these were small enough, I threw them in the busy bag. I got another board book that she's never seen. It was a really cute one. I got it pretty cheap on Amazon, and so it's just a cute little story. She has one like this that's a cupcake theme, and it's one of her favorite books. So I thought, okay, we're 9-hour plane ride. I will not leave an option on the table. I'm buying it. Oh, and these are the Toddler version of the Highlight magazine. I talked about that in my last video, how much my 3-year-old loves his High Five Highlight subscription. Well, I got the Hello for Vivian, and I mean, this is not an ad, guys. I can't say enough good things about them. I'm not getting paid to do this. But they're a great company. These, particularly for the little ones, they are no tear pages. They are chew waterproof. If she gets them slimy, I could just wipe them off with a sanitizer cloth. They've got little stories and poems and songs. They even have, you know, my first head picture, Find It. And she loves them. Sawyer actually does too. He almost prefers these to his big kid magazine. But these are a definite, and they're lightweight. They're a definite going in our travel bag. I have almost a year's worth now, and it was all that I could do to not put all 8 of them in this bag, but I limited myself to 4. Yep. Like I said before, I'm a chronic overpacker. So she's got 4 little of those Hello magazines, and she will read those again and again. This is something new, and I'm not sure if it will work or not. This was a Montessori suggested activity. It is a little lacing toy. So it's a giant apple, and then it has this little green inchworm that's attached. So again, she can't drop this on the plane and lose it under her seat, which I had to avoid so many suggestions that came up for busy bags for airplanes. Some of them just had the tiniest little pieces, little palms, buttons. I mean, all great ideas, but air travel is not what it once was, and those seats are darn tight, and if something goes underneath the seat in front of you, good luck getting it back. So I had to eliminate a lot of things that were really tiny that I couldn't reach. So this I loved because it's attached. She can drop it 1,000 times and it's all one piece, but then she can practice threading through and making patterns and unlacing, and I have no idea if this will work. This was another one of those ideas that I thought, you know, I'm going to give it a shot. This was suggested for airplane travel for her age group, and again, because she's 1, it's hard to find good activities. So maybe this will really entertain her. I will definitely report back and give you guys kind of a review of how our busy bags worked for our airplane. So this is for Vivian. Let me show you the package. It was between $5 and $6 on Amazon. It was just, it's called Big Apple. This one is plastic, but there was a wooden one too. I think it was just a few dollars more. But anyway, so if you have a small one, this might be worth picking up for your trip. Vivi is just starting to get into little figurines, so we have a bunch of rubber kind of bath toy ones, but this is a nice sturdy little horse, and she really does like it. So this is her one little figurine we're bringing. Last but not least, she gets her own Play-Doh Easter egg. I like these better, as I mentioned in my last video, than the little pots, because these somehow stay fresh longer. They seem to be more airtight. The one that I had for Sawyer's bag has been open all summer, and it's still in good condition. Plus, it's just a small enough quantity that it doesn't make a huge disaster everywhere, and no harm, no foul. If it gets dirty or gross, I can just toss it, and then I put a new one in the bag for our next trip. And finally, for Vivian, bubbles. I don't know why she loves them. Sawyer likes them, but doesn't love them. I mean, she goes nuts for bubbles. So I won't do this in the airplane because I think that could be quite rude. But airport for sure. You know, the the plane, trams, and transportation buses and things around the airport. Yeah, if we were, you know, if we were kind of by ourselves, if I got desperate, I would use these, but probably not for the airplane, but definitely for the airport, you know, if we're in a larger area and we're just waiting, because we have a couple different layovers. So these bubbles are for her. I just reuse this bottle. I bought a bunch of a mega bubble and I refill it. So that's that. And then just like for Sawyer, I'm bringing all the snacks. They don't usually get to eat a lot of junk food. We try to be good with their diets, but for this trip, if it is semi-healthy and will entertain them, they get it. So I brought this little cereal bar for Vivian. I think I mentioned on my last video, they are less jam filled, so they're not as sticky or messy. They hold up better, kind of like for little chubby hands, and they're Gerber brand. So they have like added calcium and added iron and things like that that are good for the kiddos. So I do highly recommend the Gerber brand. And in that same kind of concept, I got her these little arrowroot biscuits. They're kind of a hard, crunchy biscuit, so it takes her a while to eat them. They do get a little gummy and messy. So, but now that she's getting more teeth, she's eating them a little faster. I mean, to use them as a first teething biscuit, wow, what a slimy mess. But now that she's older and she's got some teeth, they should go down better, and they're small enough to fit in her little toddler grab cup. So I'm gonna keep this full of, you know, these little biscuits are an option. I also got the banana cookie. I've never tried these with her. Apparently these are a little bit bigger, so these are actual size. But she loves bananas, and so this would be like a different variety of cookie for her. And then of course the always kid favorite goldfish. And I got the baby ones because they're just a little smaller for her to munch on. But yeah, that's pretty much it. The only other thing that we'll be bringing for Vivian, because it is an overnight flight, we are bringing you know, their little blankies for both of them. They have a special blankie. We're allowing them to bring that. And then Vivi's a fan of little plush soft dollies. So I think my sister got her this at Kohl's. It was maybe $10. And it's just a really soft plush, no hard surfaces. And so she gets a little dolly that will also go in the backpack with her. And I think that's it. So please wish us luck. I will report back after our trip and give you a product review on how all of these things went, what was most popular, how the trip went overall, how the kids did. As I said before, I mean, they have every right to be in the plane as an adult, but they are certainly, you know, could cause more of a disruption than adults can. So I wanted to be as prepared as possible. The chaos that comes with kids is inherent, and I'm learning to embrace it, but I also don't want to be a really underprepared mom and just adding stress to our stressful travel day. So these were some of my ideas for my 1-year-old, and if you haven't seen Sawyer's video, he's a 3-year-old little boy, so totally different ideas really for him, ways to customize it for your kiddo, what their interests are, and what their age level is. So please check that out. It was a pleasure really talking with you today. This is fun for me. I like to watch busy bag videos and kid videos and packing videos. So if that's your thing, please subscribe, and there will be more of this content coming soon. I hope you have a wonderful day. We'll talk soon. Bye-bye.